Hi, Godzo Medicine PS4 and PS5 and Medic Maniac YouTube. I'm on my PS5 today with Gran Turismo 7, and I wanted to talk about racing games. I wanted to talk about Gran Turismo, and I wanted to talk about my sort of feelings about leaving Xbox and leaving Forza Motorsport 3 for Gen, which was the Xbox 360, and my wait for something like that on PlayStation. Because back in the day, when Microsoft came out with all their policies about always online and game sharing and bundled with Kinect and all these anti-gaming policies and their anti-gaming marketing, television, etc., a load of us just gave them the middle finger and just bought a PlayStation. At the time, for me, I was heavily invested in Forza Motorsport, in building and painting and tuning. I was active on the forums extremely regularly, and I played it extremely regularly. I played it since the first game through to the fourth game, with every game in between, and I was heavily invested in Forza Motorsport as a franchise and as a gaming experience. Brilliant. I waited very patiently for something to be like that from Sony, and Gran Turismo Sport came, and that wasn't it, because it didn't have the upgrading and everything else that I wanted, and I was pinning my hopes on this game. This was the game that I was hoping would be able to sate my requirements for a package of driving and building and tuning, and I mean tuning as in setting spring rates and dampers and stuff. I know in this game it says that tuning is the upgrade shop. Not for me. Upgrade shop is an upgrade shop, and tuning means setting your toe, your caster, your springs, your dampers, your roll bar settings, or your wing, all that, your gear ratios, all that. And I love all that. I absolutely love all that. I built some fantastic cars in Forza Motorsport 3 and 4. I had some great memories, and I've got some great cars there that I still work on to this day. And Gran Turismo isn't it. And I'll get into that. I'll just show you why it's not it. Why is it not it? Why am I still waiting for that experience to be delivered, and why do I feel it will never come? So if I go into my garage, I'll change car, and I'll show you this car here. This car is a prime example. I booted up the game the other day. I did some racing on the spin, where you generally get the least amount of money. I got this car. I already have this car. Right, so if I go into manufacturer, Alfa Romeo, and you'll see here I've got two cars of this one, and I've got two cars of the Mito, and I've got two cars of the 4C14. I've got one of these, and now, because I got one of these on the spin the other day, I've got two of these as well. Why do I have two cars? I have two cars because of poor, inept, rubbish, anti-gaming game design. What am I talking about? So I got this car on a spin, and like I say, I already had one. I built the other one at 650 pp. So I wondered, what do I do with this one? So I decided to do a different build to 650 pp. Just had to shut the engine up there a minute. So I played around with it. Now normally this car is well, when you get this car brand new and you haven't done anything with it, it's around 580 pp. So if you want it to fit nicely into that 600 pp bracket and not go over it, because some races require you to not be over 600 limit, you can't do that much with it. So I did a build and I built it as close to 600 without going over it as possible, and then I tried it out in one of the races and I didn't like it. I just didn't like it for 600 pp. If I want a 600 pp car, I've got others in my garage that I built and they're better. So essentially this is a problem. It calls it a tuning shop. It's not a tuning shop, it's an upgrade shop. You purchase upgrades here. You do not alter your car settings here. Right, so some of these items you can buy them and you can swap them out and it won't cost you anything. Some of these items you purchase with your credits, like this, and you have to spend more credits to remove it. Now what that means for you as a games player is if you want to try a different build, it's going to cost you even more credits. So let's say that you didn't have the car on a free spin. Let's say you used your credits to purchase the car, right? And let's say you don't know what class you want, what, PP range to put it in. You don't know what's going to be good for it. And if you do find a PP range to put it in, you want to optimize your build, so you want to try different builds. Like I say, some items you can purchase and swap in and out, and it won't cost you any more to swap them in and out. But some items, like engine upgrades or weight reduction upgrades, you have to spend even more credits to remove them. A new engine, to remove engine parts, to try a different build on your engine, whereby you spend even more credits trying a different build on your engine. A new body, where you spend more credits to remove upgrades, so if you wanted to try a different, setup of your, let's say you put stage 2 weight reduction in, let's say that's a bit too much to meet your PP requirement, you need to lower that. You have to spend even more credits to try it out in stage 1. Then let's say, and you have to spend credits purchasing stage 1 again. You don't keep stage 1, you can't swap it out. Oh no, it's a anti-gaming, credit eating, please buy our online package of credits. It's a game that it sells itself to you by here's a collection of cars we put in the game, and you can upgrade them and you can set them up how you like. But and then it punishes you for wanting to play like that, right? And then, like for this car, I thought, okay, let's see where I can race it. So I went to the European circuits because I thought I fancy doing a race on some of the European circuits, and let's just pick one. Well, it's 700 pp, so I can't go in the 700 pp bracket because I'm not allowed. I have a 650 variant, but I can't go in the 650 bracket because it's not a Porsche. It's not a Ferrari. And I'm not eligible for the other ones. I'll go to Alsace. What have you got for me at Alsace? Oh, nothing. Okay, well, what have you got for me at Deep Forest then? Oh, nothing. Well, where can I race this fricking car then? You built a game, you're punishing me for liking to be building different variants and trying to optimize stuff, and now you're punishing me because I want to play with my car. Why can I not do that? This game is horrible. It is like so far removed from the game that I really was looking forward to, that would fulfill my requirements. Gone are the days of Forza Motorsport 3 and 4. centered around people who could, you know, build, tune, and paint. It seems like the gaming industry does not want people like us around. It doesn't care about people like us. It's catered for people who don't care about optimizing a build. They don't care about spending time tweaking their settings and, you know, for a specific track, and perhaps doing a different variant for a different track. It doesn't care. It's like they build motorsport games for people who don't give a shit about motorsport. If you want those, there are plenty of games out there like that. But it's like the games that are supposed to be centered for us, like Gran Turismo and Forza Motorsport, are a shadow of what they should be. This game's so far removed from Forza Motorsport 3 and 4, it's not even funny. It's not. And I mean, this is only just a little bit about what I feel about this game. And what I don't understand is when I look on YouTube, right, and I look at some people who have a lot of followers. You know, I look at Super GT, I look at Jimmy Broadbent, I look at Just Devon. Just Devon and me seem to have like more of a similarity, although I'm very much, I like a lot of single player content. I like to be able to really dive into that and, you know, use the single player content to find good builds and good tunes and stuff. Whereas Just Devon now just likes to race online, and I think online racing has killed the single player experience and dumbed down the motorsport that we're seeing. Because what it wants is lots of people to be actively online, to be connected to online, so you can collect all of their data, and, you know, and it wants to appeal to players of all skills, of all ages. And I want a motorsport game. I want a proper motorsport game where I can have a collection of cars and I can play with those cars. Like, it's like a big old toy box, and I can get all my parts and I can try different things and I can swap them in and out without the game punishing me and demanding, you know, I spend more credits and more credits and more credits, because it either wants me to keep playing the game 24/7 or it wants me to go to the online store and purchase credits and give them more cash. And I don't want to do that. What has happened to gaming? What has happened to racing games? What has happened to them? So anyway, I was just feeling a bit let down, and I was just reminiscing about the good old times. And I was playing this the other day, and I got that car, and it just set me off. I was just really disappointed, and I think this game is shit. I like the handling model, but as a game that's supposed to deliver for people like me, to go, oh goody, I can build and tune and paint. I can't even use all the functionality of the paint editor in the game. I have to get a separate device to utilize the full capabilities of the paint. That's just ridiculous. Anyway, I think Gran Turismo is shit. So I like the driving model, the handling model, and I play it for that. But it's really crap. The single player experience is really crap. And as a motorsport game, this does not appeal to what I really, really want. Those games don't seem to exist anymore, and nobody seems interested in making them. So, Godzilla Medicine over and out. You take care.